So what's the best way for me to use my core content on my social media channels? In this video, we'll cover 3 ways that you can use your core content to come up with your social media content. And if you stick around till the end, I'll share with you 2 bonus tips on how to speed up your social media content creation process. I'm Amy and I help female service-based business owners to get started with search-based content marketing. If starting a YouTube channel is something you're interested in, then be sure to subscribe for weekly tips. So let's get to the 3 ways that you can use your core content to help you to create your social media content. Number 1 is to tease your core piece of content. The idea being that you leave your followers wanting more, a bit like when you're watching a Netflix show and you binge watch the next episode as well. So for example, if you have created a YouTube video, create a clip that's under a minute long, that's taking a section of your video, but you're just teasing it, and you're then pointing your social media followers in the direction of your YouTube channel, for example, to see the full video. And this is a way of driving traffic to your YouTube channel, but also creating some interesting content of value on your social media at the same time. Way number 2 is to break your content down into different formats. So different people like to consume content in different ways, and maybe not everybody likes to consume video, so they might not watch your teaser video. So what you can do is you can take the overview that you use to either record your YouTube video or to record your podcast episode, and you can take the main points that you have that you want to cover in that video, and you can turn that into a carousel post or maybe just a text post with bullet points on Facebook or LinkedIn. But you can take that information and you can have, like, as an example with a carousel post, a carousel post is a post with several images where you scroll through all the images in the one post. So the first image can be a title about what your tip is about, or the overview of what your video is about, and then you swipe along, you get tip number 1, you swipe along again for tip number 2, and so on, and then finally you finish with a call to action, whether that's follow me, save, share with other people. It doesn't need to be a big call to action, just make sure you include some kind of call to action. Think about what you want your followers to do and ask them to do it. You can do the same sort of thing with Reels on Instagram, or you can create story posts on Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook. So play around. You've got lots of different options depending on what your favourite method of social media is, to take that content and break it down in a different way. And the third way that you can use your core content to create social media content is to use that theme or topic of your core piece of content and use it to come up with a question. Try and keep the question as simple as possible, and give options for an answer, because if you ask a complex question on social media, people have to think about it and they probably won't answer. So you want to make it as easy as possible for people to answer. So if, for example, this video I'm recording right now is on how to take your core piece of content and repurpose it on social media. So taking that theme, I could come up with a few different questions related to that. I could ask, do you repurpose your content just now? If you were repurposing content, what would be your social media channel of choice? And then give the options of the social media channels. So keep the questions simple to encourage people to answer them. And just as a side note, those are obviously 3 ways you can use your core content to create social media posts. Not all of your content in a week has to be about your core content. You can throw in a few quotes and testimonials and regular things, and it's always a good idea to have a sales post in each week as well. A call to action to get people either to join your email list or buy your thing. So don't forget about those things, but remember to use your core content in your social media, because you're going to the effort of making it, so you want to make the most of it and try and drive people to that content. So we're on to our 2 bonus tips on how to speed up the social media content creation process. Okay, so bonus tip number 1 is to create a schedule. So I release my YouTube videos on a Monday. So to create a teaser clip on a Monday that I share on social media encourages people to go through to my YouTube channel at the time that I release my video, because those first 48 hours on YouTube are the most important in terms of getting views to help me show up to other people in search. On Tuesday I might just share a quote. On Wednesday I might share a tip broken down into a carousel that also relates to my core content. On Thursday I might ask a question that also relates to my core content. On Friday I might share a quote again. or a call to action for my product. So that's just an example, and because you have a pattern that you follow each week, it's really easy to come up with the content because you've got your core content already in mind, so a lot of it's already filled out for you, and you maybe just have to fill in the gaps with your quotes or your testimonials. Bonus tip number 2 is to use graphics templates for your content. So my main repurposing platform is Instagram. So I have a month's worth of templates created as a file, and I just use it's set out to follow my schedule. So I can have a video clip and then a tip and then a quote, etc. And I have that all set out in my brand colors, and I just go in and I swap out the content. So I've got text placeholders, and I insert my content for the week based on what my core content is, and it takes me maybe 5-10 minutes to create my week's social media content, and then I just have to upload it. I keep my captions quite simple, and the longest bit really is finding hashtags, but once you've done that a few times you can go back and pick them up for another post, and that really speeds up the social media creation process, scheduling process, and then all you have to do is concentrate on engaging with people in real time. So I've linked to a few videos below that will help you to repurpose your core content, including a walkthrough of how I use my templates in Canva to create my social media posts within 10 minutes. And remember to subscribe for weekly tips on creating content for your service-based business.